How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. What? How's it? Hang loose.
Disrespectful.
Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Not?
There's 3.
Channel.
Power.
Okay. Wow, all of a sudden there's like technical difficulties. Let's get this on there quickly. Aloha everybody. It is April 26th, I think. Yeah, it's the end of April, and we don't want rattling. April 26th. Yeah, Saturday. So, a little vlog, a little news. Obviously, everything's kind of thing. I stayed up late watching the Pope's funeral. The Pope's funeral was Saturday. This is Saturday morning. But over there, it's 12 hours earlier. So today, right now, is their tomorrow. Well, it was yesterday. Yesterday was their tomorrow. So yesterday,
How many are there?
it was Saturday, but actually yesterday was Friday. Today is Saturday here, but it was Saturday yesterday. So the Pope thing already went. So they all gathered together. They moved the thing out, the corpus. The corpus. The body of Francis was moved outside for an outside mass. So they have like just like a regular mass, but it's a funeral mass because his body's right there. And then they said a bunch of things. And boy, did they say things. And all the saints and all that stuff. So good. So quickly, this little vlog, little news, and I don't know if I can do these things. If I might be hitting this. So news real quick. Luigi, the guy that shot the CEO on the street, he's pleading not guilty. Not guilty. So yeah, he's guilty, but he's gonna plead not guilty because he wants to avoid the death penalty. And the Menendez brothers are back and they're trying to get released. And Trump said with the tariffs that he made 200 deals with all the countries. So the tariffs are all good because they came to him making deals. 200 of them already signed, sealed, and delivered. 200 deals already made. That's more than the countries that had tariffs on. There's just like 190. 200. They're up. So that's like a spin, lie, spin, lie, spin. 200. So in China, what about China, right? Oh gosh. They arrested the Wisconsin judge for letting the immigrant out the back door. So they had to go chase him down the street because she didn't want him arrested inside the courthouse and they didn't have a warrant. Screw you, it's my court. So they arrested her, and now they're calling it Trump's FBI arrested her. So it's not like the FBI arrested her. It's Trump's goon squad. What used to be the FBI turned him into, that was that guy, whatever, with the bug eyes that had Shuttle. And pardons were given to this lady that just scammed everybody out of money and got Botox and graduation presents and went on vacation with scam money. So she got pardoned. She got busted. Now she got pardoned because she's a Trump loyalist. So pardons are for sale. And Santos, that guy, senator from Florida, Santos, fraud to become a public official and fraud.
Leave here.
Santos, sentenced 87 months. It's like 7 years and 3 months. 7 years in prison for fraud to be a public official. That's setting the precedence. They go, fraud in public official stuff. So there's a whole bunch of stuff, and there's like 12, the Pope's funeral, 12 monarchs attended in the audience. There's 12 monarchs aside from Trump. So, about the Pope funeral thing. Pope Francis was a good guy. He's like, they're described as the people's Pope. Because, he
I'm confused.
Modeled himself after Saint Francis, Francis of Assisi, all meek and the poor, and nothing but the clothes on your back, and ate just by Saint Francis, and the talked and sang psalms to birds and stuff, and Pope Francis was all climate change, and so he's very modeled after Saint Francis. So he did do that. He did go outreach the church.
Lower your voice.
Lower your voice. Come on, sing praise, because they're talking like Francis went right to heaven, because kind of, in a sense, in the Catholic theology logic, he probably did. Like, there's purgatory, and everyone who's going to heaven goes to purgatory for a little cleansing. But he had so many prayers, and he did so much good stuff as a leader. And then he got elected because he was a good guy. So there's a lot of goodness that he got out there, and tons of prayers. So probably didn't spend much time in purgatory. So St. Francis is in heaven, and all the Catholics thinking right now is because he was a good guy. You figure no one can say who's in heaven and who's in hell. Sort of. You can kind of tell with some people who's going straight. You go to hell, that's it. It's one-way ticket. Once you're in hell, it's not negotiable, not reversible. Purgatory is like way station. That's the real triage, purgatory. So you get bandaged up and then you go to heaven. So they're saying is pray for us, Saint Francis, because that's the intercession thing. So they're already painting him as a saint. They're prepping. So it's like Saint Francis, the Pope, and it's probably going to happen. My prediction is that's definitely going to be up there. All he needs is a few miracles, because he needs a couple miracles. But the rest of it is, you see, intercession is the saint is known to be in heaven because they're definitely a good life, like a model good life. Christian, followed like what Jesus said. So that guy's a saint, and then a couple miracles. So they're in heaven, so you can ask them to pray for us, because they're right there already in heaven. So they can ask the prayers. So that's the intercession. They're not praying to the saint. They're praying, pray for us, to the saint. They're saying the prayer, pray for us. You don't do that unless you know they're in heaven, because that's like a Ouija board stuff. if you don't know where this. But the saints, they're already in heaven, so no worries. You can ask them to pray for us. That's intercession. That's one of those misconceptions sometimes, or criticism. So with Saint Francis being painted as and Trump was there meeting with Zelensky afterwards. Trump and Zelensky are meeting. So maybe that's historic. Maybe there's a miracle to be said from that. Don't know. Yet to be seen. I don't know. But maybe something comes out of that they label a miracle. And just need one more miracle. And there's a lot of people that like Pope Francis. So he's looking at sainthood pretty fast. So, but there's a thing. There's a lot of criticism. And the criticism against St. Francis is stuff he did, which is too progressive, too outreach. He was like the ultimate DEI guy. So there's a lot of people that don't like that stuff. And where that comes from, Vatican II. Vatican II was a big meeting. It's like 1958 or something. The big meeting, all the cardinals and all this, and they all get together, and even from the East Orthodox Church, they all got together in Vatican II, and they wanted to reform the church to be more inclusive for people. So they made some modifications. It was a pastoral, so it's kind of like suggestions, and you can do this. It wasn't like hard rules changing. So it was just suggestions kind of stuff, and they came up with some stuff. And some of these, a lot of little things, but some of them are kind of turn out to be big. One example is before Vatican II, the Holy Mass for Catholics on Sunday, going to church on Sunday, is said in Latin. So everything's in Latin. So you had to follow along with the hymnal.
Secunt un tuum regnum fiat voluntas
tua. Venit regnum tuum. Fiat libra amalo. Save us from evil. So it had to be in Latin. Vatican II says you can talk to people, you can say the Mass in your own language, so people understand what you're saying in the Mass. So for English, in the USA, instead of Latin, it's English. Instead of like they go, huh? It's like, said in English you can understand, or if you're in French or Spanish, or if you speak it's spoken in Mexican, if you're down there on the south of the Pope Francis said a Mass on the border between the U.S. and USA. That's right. Back in the U.S. Back in the USSR. So Vatican II is seen as,
makes no sense.
By some, there's like this camp and that camp, and it's seen by some as too radical liberal. You can say their thing in English, stuff like that.
I want to stay.
But there's some that want to have it very traditional, back to the Latin, because it's powerful, and we want power, and only us Catholic is on a holier than thou kind of pride. But so there's that division about Vatican II, and Pope Francis was like an example of Vatican II effectiveness. You go out and meet the people on the fringes and all that kind of thing. So yeah, you'll see criticism, and that's all just fluey. That's just baloney. It's just people that are stuck on that traditionalist. Yeah, you can say the Mass in Latin if you want to, and people go to it. Yeah, but you can also say it in your own language so you can understand it. It's allowance. It's not hard rules. It's allowances. People, something like that. Anyways, so he's on his way to sainthood. Maybe if Trump been president, meaning Zelensky and President Trump's meeting turns out to be a miracle, it would be faster into the same. Anyways, it's Saturday. Let's go to some Hawaiian news. Yeah, Hawaii. Oh, look. I did this whole thing. This is take 2, so sorry. Lawmakers scurry to advance flurry of bills because that's how laws work in Hawaii. Oh, we do a whole bunch of bills and then you don't know what hit you, and then we make ourselves a pay raise because we're lawmakers. We're making the laws. You public don't know what's going on. Oh, what we can. And then they do a whole bunch in the flurry and last minute, and they get paid too much and they pay themselves. And that's Hawaii politics.
Stay with me.
Stay with me. Oh, and volleyball. Yes, volleyball. Yay! UH volleyball. This is
Interesting.
Nutster. Kirk Nutster is making the hit or put down the kill against UC Irvine on Friday because they're in it to win it. They're beating Irvine in the BWC, with Big West Championship. That's what BWC. I was like, what is that BWC? Well, and they're gonna hit Long Beach. So when they win Long Beach, then they're like back on the road to being the champions they were the last time they were champions. So yeah, yay! And then they are good. Yeah, and it's Tread, Kurt, and Adrian Adrian. Yay! UH volleyball. It's easy to cheer for them because we don't have the football yet, and there's still NFL football draft picks. They already picked some Hawaii guys. So he was born in Hawaii. They picked the guy. Oh, just relax, maybe a little back in the day. Oh yeah, remember 1972 when you wanted to relax? Just go out there and pick out the trash with the metal trash cans in '72. Is that loud? Sorry. Oh, help you pick them up. Oh, this is our refuse collectors, trash technicians, sanitation technicians, and sanitation engineers. The mountain of trash is slowed Manoa after the brief strike. So it's a big mountain because they went on strike. It's a big mountain of trash because they went on strike. NFL pick?
Power of the papacy.
Americans are fascinated.
I don't understand.
Oh, he had a pet bird and he let it go. Oh, it's a political cartoon. Oh, look. Let's not talk politics. Stuck in this quicksand with you. Let's not talk politics.
Take note.
Take note. I have to talk politics because it's all this stuff.
Stress.
Okay.
I guess we have to do this one here.
Marcos Jr. appointed counterpoint to Trump.
Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has demonstrated a commitment to the rule of law, not exhibited by both his late dictator father and Donald Trump. Marcos Jr. approved the arrest and transport to the Netherlands of Rodrigo Duterte, his predecessor, to face murder charges before the International Criminal Court. Trump, unfortunately, defied the court and welcomed Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who was also wanted on charges of genocide stemming from the killing of thousands of Palestinian civilians in Gaza. Trump is no better than these sick autocrats. Carl H. Zimmerman, Moana Lua. Okay. Oh, gee. Thank you there, Carl. Where am I going here? Okay, thank you, Carl. There, where do we go with Zimmerman? And yeah, thank you, Carl, for your letter and talking in tutu points. Trump is no better than these autocrats. Okay, there's Ferdinand Marcos, who was a dictator in the Philippines, and he was supported by Reagan because, connections. And then they deposed him, revolt, and he came over to Hawaii even, Ferdinand Marcos, and Emilda with all the shoes, and they just ripped off the people. And then his son,
Please go.
Junior, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., is now the new dictator, and has demonstrated commitment to the rule of law not exhibited. So he's apparently, I think he's a dinghy, but apparently he deported somebody to the Netherlands extradited for criminal charges. So it was Ferdinand Marcos, this guy who inherited, and then Junior came in and said, "Oh, that guy's got to be tried on the murder in international court." So now that's the confusing, because he says, unfortunately, Trump defied the courts, and welcomed
Please
Netanyahu. But Netanyahu, I mean, he's in a war, and it's like the second state, it's terrorists intermixed with Hamas, and the terrorists and Hamas don't like Israel. So it's not that we can separate the egg from the yolk, but he had to go and attack. So that's like his deal. So yeah, a lot of innocent civilians casualty of war, and he just kept bombing because that's all they do. They just bomb. And it's like, Netanyahu, not the greatest leader, but not a dictator. I don't think they don't like him in Israel. I don't think, but they need a new guy. But it's not like the same thing. It's not like Putin destroying Ukraine and then Trump sends his envoy to meet with Putin 3 hours. The guy's a real estate mogul, a real estate baron, a real estate rich man.
Choice.
To meet with Putin over Ukraine. It's like, talk about carving up Ukraine for what, a real estate deal? Gonna make Gaza into Mar-a-Lago, and now Ukraine, we're gonna get the rare earth minerals, and we'll send the real estate guy to meet with Putin because they're just
It's
gonna
not for you.
give Putin whatever he wants, and then maybe keep the mineral rights because the guy's a real estate. We're just carving it up, and Putin just bomb civilians. There you go. Netanyahu's nothing. Putin's the thing. But and so Trump with Putin is still a big bad wolf. It's my thing's all broken. So anyways, it's Saturday. Relax. What can we do about it? We just watch it. Just know it's wrong. St. Francis is gonna be out there. Watch. He's always there. No, Francis was a good guy, so at least there's like the spirit of some good guy. So anyways, aloha.
Aloha.